I'm the Friendly Scoutmaster. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to tie a woggle, which is also known as the Turk's head knot. Alright, so let's tie a three-stranded woggle. To tie a three-stranded woggle, you're going to need paracord that's a minimum of 6 feet in length. And I'd suggest you cut it off at exactly 6 feet. That way you can tie this three-stranded woggle around 2 fingers or 3 fingers. It's your choice. So let's look at what I mean by 2 fingers or 3 fingers. When you tie your woggle, okay, you can tie it around 3 fingers, which for some makes it easier to tie, or you can tie it around 2 fingers. The advantage of tying it around 2 fingers is that when you're done, the throat or the opening of the woggle will be small enough that you won't need much work to do after you've tied the woggle to tighten it up to fit around a neckerchief as a slide so that the woggle will not fall off the neckerchief. It'll stay in place. So I'm going to tie my three-stranded woggle around 2 fingers. If you'll note while I'm tying the woggle where my thumb is and my fingers, which I use to help hold the paracord in place. To start tying the woggle, you need about a thumb's length of cord to use as a tail. So I take my paracord and I simply wrap it around the backside of my fingers, like so, and then I make an X, and then I bring it around straight, so it looks like that on the backside, okay? And then I'm going to hold it. I'm holding the tail of my thumb, and I'm holding this piece of cord with these fingers right here. And then I'm going to take the end, and I'm going to go over this cord and under that cord. And I'm tying it a little tight, a little taut. I don't have a lot of slack in it. Okay? So it may be a little tight to do that. So I went over this cord here and I went under that one. So now it looks like this. If I flip my fingers over, I'm going to move my cord over here. You'll note that these 2 cords are here, and this is the end that we're tying with. Now this next phase is honestly what messes a lot of people up. And if you look at different instructions, there's different ways to do this. For me, I found this to be the simplest way to tie this next 1, 2, or 3 steps depending on whose instructions you're following. So pay attention to what I'm doing very closely. I'm going to pick this section up and put it over that one. I'm going to pinch my fingers here to keep these 2 pieces of cord from moving, okay? So I'm going to pick this up, put it over. I'm moving that one over. So it looks like this. Make sure you've pinched your cords here so they did not move. And then I'm going to rotate this up, and it's going to make a hole. And then I'm going to put my cord through that hole, okay? Okay, there's my hole. I put the cord through the hole. All right, so let's watch that again. I have my cord. We're going to pick it up, slide that one over. And then I'm going to pick this one up, and that makes a hole. And I'm going to put this cord through the hole right there. Okay. Make sure you've pinched over here so these don't get crossed. Now that I have this, all right, I'm going to go under that cord, If the paracord wants to coil up on you, just uncoil it. It's not a big deal. All right, so now I'm back on this side in between, okay? And I'm going to go over this cord, and then I'm going to follow this original cord, staying to the right of it, and I'm going to follow it wherever it goes. And that is going to create our second strand. So I'm going over this one, and then I'm following to the right of this cord wherever it goes. Notice I'm holding it with my thumb. Okay. Okay. So it looks like that. Notice the piece of cord I'm tying with is to the right of the one I started with. Okay, and I simply follow it around. If it goes under a cord, it goes under a cord. If it goes over a cord, it goes over a cord. So you're past the hard part. All you gotta do now is just follow what you did. We're just gonna follow it around. Okay? That's all we're gonna do. Right here. And if it gets a little, if the cord twists up on you, don't worry about it. Just take your time, untwist it. Again, we're just following the original cord, being extra careful to make sure we stay to the right of it. Oop, I messed that up. You see that? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I've taken it off my fingers now. It makes it a little bit easier. Okay, this is the end. This is the end of our second strand. So we've now tied 2 strands. So if you wanted a 2-stranded woggle, you would end here. But we're going to tie a 3-stranded woggle, so we're going to go around one more time. Remember, if it gets coiled up, the paracord, you know, just uncoil it. And we're going around, we're staying to the right of the middle strand now. Okay, now we're at the end. We've tied 3 strands, 1, 2, 3. So this is gonna go, we're gonna finish this off by putting it through here, and then we're gonna bring it through into the middle of the woggle here. Pull it out. So here's the tail we started with, and this is the long tail that we ended with. Okay, so I put my finger through the throat, or where your neckerchief would go. And all I want to do now is make sure that I've triple checked that I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They're not overlapped, they're not crisscrossed. Okay, they're not on top of each other. You may have to flatten it out a little bit, okay, to get it to look right. Okay, but no matter where I look at it, I've got three strands. Okay, and they're not crossed. And they're all 3. Okay, so if it looks like that, then you've tied your woggle correctly. From here, we're going to tighten it up just a little bit. And to do that, we're going to take some slack out. So we're going to take this tail down to about a thumb's width. Okay, and I'm going to pinch it and hold it. And then we're just going to go around, okay? And we're going to pull the slack out. Okay, I'm keeping a finger inside because I don't want to get too small. And all I'm doing is pulling this slack out. And when I pull it, I'm pulling it snug. I wouldn't say really tight. All I'm doing is going around. Okay, that was the first strand to go around. Now we're working on the middle one. Okay, that was the second strand. Now we're going to do the third one. Okay. Now it's snug on my finger. It's not loose. All right. So when you put it on your neckerchief, it won't fall off. And then what I want to do is just go around and make sure it's just triple check here. It's got 3 all the way around. Okay. Kind of make it look pretty. All right. Okay. So now we have our 3-stranded woggle. From here, what we would do is we would cut this cord off about right here. So maybe about the length of a thumb, maybe your finger. Okay, so it'll look like, both sides will look like this. Then we'll burn the tip so it looks like this. And we take a hot glue gun and a knife and we put some hot glue in here. And with our knife, we take this woggle, this little tail right here, and we tuck it up in here, right here, and we put some hot glue in there. And with our knife, we kind of push it down, okay, so that when the glue dries, both tails will be inside the knot, the woggle. And so what's really great about the woggle is it's a knot that looks like it has no beginning and no end. And there is your 3-stranded woggle.
Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you found any value at all in this video, please hit the like button. As always, thank you for watching and subscribing to this channel.